friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the December plan with me, and also happy December. For the first time, I can actually say that and not feel weird about it because it is legitimately December 1st when I'm filming this. That being said, I apologize for this video being a couple of days late because though I'm filming it today, there is no way I will be able to edit and upload. Whatever, it doesn't matter, we're here now, right? I feel like normally I start these videos, as most people probably do when doing Plan With Me, is just talking about how quickly November went by and I can't believe it's gone and oh my god, December's here. And honestly, I don't think I'm feeling that way, at least not today. Maybe I'm just in a good mood today. But I think November was an appropriate amount of time. The holiday break definitely wasn't an appropriate amount of time. I did have a full week off of work that I'm very grateful for, and I got to go spend some time with family in Delaware. Yeah, I don't know, I'm ready for the holiday break to come, and we're only a few weeks away, so thank God for that. But we'll be going through all the details of November and planning the details of December in this video. So if you've not been to one of my Plan With Me's before, then welcome, come on in, grab some coffee, a snack, a cocktail. Sometimes we have a cocktail on my Plan With Me's. Not today because it's a Friday morning. But my name is Sarah, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me on this journey. Like a lot of other folks, I use Notion to do my Plan With Me's. I have various methods of planning and goal setting that have very much evolved over the past couple of months. And when I started this Plan With Me journey, I was still very new to Notion, so pretty much month to month, every single time, I'm going to show you my Notion page and things are going to look different as I navigate, you know, the functions of Notion, what's available, different templates, and just what feels important for me to include in a Plan With Me, because slowly I'm figuring out what has been working best, things that I don't find important, and really what supports me month to month. So I feel like this actually is probably the first month in a while that I feel really solid in how my Notion is developing and the things that I'm incorporating to, you know, help with my routines and structure and honestly mental health. So without further ado, I think we should just get right into it. I do have my laptop with me. I will be showing you my Notion on here, but I also have it downloaded on my iPad and my phone just so I can take it with me everywhere because gosh, I just love writing notes at random points throughout the day. I do also have my iPad because it's easy to look at like YouTube analytics on here while I'm doing this because again, if you're new here, I'll be doing some personal planning but also social media planning. All right, so welcome to my Notion dashboard. For the first time in probably a little bit, it's going to be looking a little bit different than how it has previously. Obviously, color schemes are still the same. I am at like the height of my lavender purple obsession. You can't see it, but I have like a mat on my, actually you can, my purple mat, my purple iPad. I also just got the purple iPhone 14. There's a purple blanket over here, my purple water bottle. There's a purple plant pot in front of me. I'm just becoming a purple monster and I'm honestly not mad about it. Anyway, not important. I would love eventually to make this more aesthetic. I've probably said this before, maybe bring in some images, a little vision. I've never done a vision board. I don't know why I said that. I probably won't, but I don't know. There's ways to make this look prettier, and especially with the new habit tracker I just added, which I'll go through in a second. I like the idea and the concept of it, but it kind of looks like a hot mess and just not so pretty. But so overall, as you probably know, I like to have a rather minimal dashboard. So everything is in these toggle lists, I think is what they're called, little drop-down menus. That way, if I'm just overwhelmed and don't want to look at all the things, I can just close them and forget that they exist. I actually just rearranged this like a few minutes ago because once I implemented my new trackers, I was like, I don't know where to put everything. So this is just what we're working with now. It might look different in January, who knows. But first and foremost, I always like to include a weekly to-do list on here. And in previous Plan With Me's, we created the weekly to-do list together because it was before the start of the week, but we're actually at the end of the week. So this is my to-do list for the week of the 27th. And as you can see, I've already crossed a handful of things off and I can go ahead and check off film my Plan With Me. So that's something that I update on a regular basis. I've also started making like weekend to-do lists on the weekends where I don't have much to do and have a lot I want to accomplish. I just need to organize my thoughts. So sometimes I'll like add another section and do a weekend to-do list, and that's been really helpful. Maybe I can make that its own thing. Actually, I should make that its own thing. Let's do that right now. How about we can just do a little copy, pasty. You know, I'm gonna close these just because that's a lot to look at right now. We're gonna get to it. Actually, this is really helpful because certain things I just almost always do on the weekend, like laundry. Actually, I'm like always doing laundry. Our washing machine is so small. I think I complained about our washer and dryer in every single video, no matter what style of video it is, and I am so sorry. Same goes with our oven. I should be grateful that I even have a washer and dryer in my apartment because that's unheard of in New York City. But that thing's just such a pain in the ass. Point is, like, groceries, meal planning, spin classes sometimes. Those are things that I generally do on the weekend. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm not accomplishing a lot if by Friday I haven't like crossed off half of this thing. So weekly to-do list will now be Monday through Friday, so the 27th through the 3rd. And then I will make weekend to-do list December. We'll just do December 2nd and December 3rd. That way we got a good visual mapping out of what's most likely to happen on different times. So that being said, I can take off meal plan and groceries. I'll take off laundry too, even though I'm always doing laundry. We can keep those things down here. I'm just gonna get rid of the things that are already on here. Baking is definitely something I tend to do on the weekend, so I'm gonna keep that on the weekend one. Post plan with me will stay on the weekend. Actually, everything here is mostly a weekend activity that I need to do at least this week. Spin classes, if you know, you know. Whatever, it's there. But okay, fun. I'm gonna sit with this for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. In this moment, I like the setup of this, so we'll see how that evolves over time. But okay, since we're here, let's just go ahead. I can show you my new habit tracker and how I'm tracking my water intake, because I am doing them separately, and I'll explain why in a second. If you know from previous Plan With Me's, how I track my habits is probably the biggest thing that has evolved. I first started doing it in a like physical paper thing I bought off of Amazon journal. After that, that developed into using my own habit tracking pages that I've created, and I use that on my iPad, which was nice, but the more I thought about it, the more I like really wanted to be able to compare like month to month, week to week, year to year. It truly doesn't matter, but for me, I like to be able to see that progress. So the more I've been like looking into Notion, watching videos, looking at templates, I realized that there's ways that you can track progress using formulas, which is something I'm not very familiar with. So the habit tracker that I have is actually not taken. It was a free download. I'll link it down below. I think his name is Matt Bio. So this is his habit tracker. Obviously, I updated it to fit my needs, and then I also adapted it for my water intake tracker as well. This is so nice to have, and I don't know, it's only been a couple of days. I literally just incorporated this week, so I can't show you like all the features being used in their entirety, but definitely by January, we'll be able to have a really nice like comparison from week to week and month to month. Essentially, you have the space to list out all the days of the week. I have all of my habits here, so it's pretty much all the same habits I've been working on. I have waking up on time, which for weekdays for me that's 6:30, weekends it's like 7:30 or 8. Journaling, journaling is something I always want to get back into. So although I know it's not going to be consistent and I don't have like a personal goal to do it every single day, since I will be tracking everything and be able to get the numbers at the end of the year, I think it'll be cool to see like what percentage of the days I actually did journal, and without the expectation of it being like 365 days, because that's just not correct. But as you can see, I journaled for the first time in a very long time on Monday because, girl, I was having a day and I needed it, and it helped. I still had a little bit of a mental breakdown, but it helped. I also have meditating on here. Again, you could just tell Monday was a day because I did all of the habits that I knew would support me because I was anticipating it just not being a good day. Our little person here to represent movement. Drink here is for no alcohol. Again, I'm not trying to be sober or anything, but just from a health standpoint, I would like to limit and kind of track my alcohol usage. The moon for bed on time, which weekdays is ideally around 10 p.m. Weekends, I mean, ideally by like midnight, but you know, we live in the city, so depending on what's going on, that just may not be realistic. But again, I'm not looking to have like perfection by the end of any given week or month. Consistency is key though. This is the feature that I really like, this progress bar. So this takes the percentage of, you know, goals or habits, dividing it by, I think there's 7 different ones here to get that percentage. I haven't checked anything off for Friday because I did not, in fact, wake up on time. I haven't woken up on time at all this week except for Wednesday, and that's because I had to get up at like 5:30 to go to my second job. So let's just say this coming week will be a reset. Last week was the week that I had off for Thanksgiving break, and I truly thought that would be like the reset that I needed to like get things back into gear, like mentally. And it was at first until like 8 a.m. on Monday morning, and then things just like went downhill. So it's been a week, but I think I'm finding my grounding again. So this is really fun. This is the week view, but then if you go up here, you can look at it from a week to week basis. And as I said, since I'm literally using this for the first time this week, there isn't much comparison to be doing, but you can see this week is showing up here, and we'll be able to kind of see the overall progress for each week if I wanted to. I'm not sure how much I'll look week to week, but definitely month by month I think is a cool feature. So again, it's just showing November because that's all that I have. And you can also look at it on a yearly basis and compare across years. And given that we are just finishing out 2023, I'm excited. The timing of this is working out so I can like start fresh in January of 2024. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a feature on here, I hope I set it up correctly, that every single week this will automatically repopulate like I think midnight on Monday. So I get a fresh like blank slate so I don't have to just like copy and paste to do the whole thing. So we'll find out if I set that up correctly. Hopefully I did. And then for water intake, previously I had been tracking my water intake on my habit tracker just as I do my other habits, just like checking off if I got to my goal. And I found that I was never checking it off because I'm not drinking 108 ounces of water every day. It's a very high goal. Although I typically don't like setting really high, unrealistic goals. I feel like for water, it's good to have something to strive for as a reminder. But anyway, I thought it'd be more effective for me feeling successful if I made it its own tracker where I could do percentage just for water. So for instance, I've been really bad about filling this out, but I think on Monday, I drank 2 of my purple water bottles, which would have been 48 ounces. So you can see this calculation here is 48 divided by 108 times 100 to get 44% of my daily intake. Same with yesterday. Like I could show you. I think today I've had like half of a water bottle, which would be 12 ounces. So I'm at 11% for the day. I like this because I can update it as I go. And yeah, same thing. If I wanted to, I can compare, like it's just a copy of the other tracker. So I can look at like a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. I'm not sure how interested I am in that for water. It's more like a day-to-day thing. Like, hey bitch, get hydrated. But I don't know, we will see. All right, so now getting into the fun stuff, or what I like to think is the fun stuff. We have my personal planning, my social media tracking and planning. I don't remember what I did first last month. Let's just go into social media planning and then we'll get into personal goals. So same as usual, nothing has changed since my last video. I have my content planning, which I need to look into this weekend and plan out December. I have the ideas up here. I just need to like get them out on paper. Or I'm sorry, this is planning. This is content ideas, growth tracker, monthly goals, long-term goals. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get right into the growth tracker. I mean, why not? So I know it might be silly that for such a small channel, I'm already tracking, but I think it's a way to get excited about it, especially because I have seen like small bouts of growth over the past few months. I think it's nice, and one day it'll be exciting to look back on. I guess that's me manifesting this channel growing more, because it is like one of the few things that I truly enjoy doing like on a weekly basis. This is like the most consistent I've been. So for October, we grew by 60 subscribers. I did not quite reach my goal of 2,700, but I'm happy to say at the end of November, I am at 2,723 subscribers. So that's a gain of 55 subscribers. So a little bit less than last month, but I also reached my goal of 2,700 for the month. So love that. Next we have watch time hours. I look at this on a like the past 365 days, because that's what they use for monetization. So now I am at 876 watch time hours, and our lifetime views have grown to 232,556 lifetime views. So that is all exciting. We'll go ahead, we'll add December, and we'll just continue the trend. We hit 2,700, so we are on to 2,800 as our goal, and we'll do a little tag. Excited that it's coming to be the end of the year, because as we get into 2024, once I loop back around, I started doing this in May, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. But once I get to May of 2024, I can filter through and I can compare all the different months to see, what growth has looked like from year to year for any given month. As usual, I do have the same exact thing, slightly different metrics for Instagram and TikTok, but nothing's changed and I haven't touched those apps in quite some time in terms of me posting. So I'll go, just for the sake of tracking, I'll go in and update these later, but we don't need to get into it now. Back to this, we can go into monthly goals. We'll just do this quickly because like literally my monthly goals and long-term goals for social media really have not changed too much. But ooh, another opportunity to check off 2,700. Hell yeah, we did it. Film and post 4 videos. I'm pretty sure I've been consistent with that for the past however many months. Hold on. Yeah, I'm at 4 videos. And November content, I did, yes. Had to have done that. Dedicated 2 hours to working and planning because I updated these videos. Oh, I forgot about this. I honestly forgot about this. I need to like go back and add this to like a weekend to-do list, but updated my channel banner and icons. Speaking of channel updates, if you notice my name change, no you didn't. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you can imagine why I did it. Hopefully this is the final change. And then plan December content. I have not done that yet, but like I'm going to. From here, we can go ahead and add a new month just by clicking this button. Oh, I also forgot, if you want the details about like these monthly goal pages, because they are not my own, I borrowed and updated them from other creators who had free downloads. I need to update this so it matches my style, but December 2023 goals. Our icon, what should our icon be? Like a snowflake? A snowman? We'll do a snowman, he's very cute. So, of course, we'll carry over the 2,800 subscribers. Film and post 4 videos. It's all more of the same. I need to plan my December content. I also need to plan my January content. I should know that ahead of time. And honestly, I don't feel the need to like put on the dedicating 2 hours a week to planning and editing. Like at this point, it's just happening like organically. So again, we'll just keep this as is. There's really nothing to it. And now we can drag and drop our November goals into the archive. I do have long-term goals for social media, but I know that we are not there yet. There's no updates, no changes. I have nothing to add, so we'll kind of just ignore that for now. And we'll get right into our personal planning. So again, very quickly, in case you are new here, personal planning, this little toggle is where I put pretty much just everything else. So I have my monthly goals, I have my long-term goals, I have my meal planning sheet, a list of things that I need to buy, not really specific to anything. Then I also have like gift ideas. Oh, why is that? Okay, sorry, that capitalization was bothering me. I included my summer 2023 New York City bucket list here. I should just make a whole bucket list tabs that then has all my bucket lists in it, because I did just make a winter New York City bucket list. You can check it out up here if you'd like. And I have my baking bucket list as well. So those are just small minor updates I need to make. And then we also have the 2024 goal sheet, which is something that I have downloaded but I've yet to adapt to my needs, and we'll get into that in January. But let's just get going with the monthly goals. Okay, spin. Taking spin classes was very much finally picking up for me, and then break happened, and then poor mental health this week happened, so I haven't gotten back into it, but I'm opening up the app that I use now to see what dates I did actually do it. I'm not sure if there's any more than what we see here, but let's take a look. No, that's it. So I took one the week of October 30th, and I took 2 classes the week of November 6th. And I mean, there's still time for the week of the 27th. We'll see what this weekend has in store. I would love to, honestly, but I just don't know logistically if it could work itself out. But the intention is there. I've also felt really motivated to start running again. I haven't. I have not run in a very long time. It's been like maybe 6 months. Actually, I don't think I've ran since we moved to this apartment. We moved here in what, like May or June? So, the better part of a year. But I don't know. I foresee my like goals in terms of movement evolving a little bit more to include other things. So we'll see. Maybe we'll make some more today. Figure out the journal situation. Yes and no. Honestly, when I journaled on Monday, I just like created a fresh sheet in my iPad and just started writing, and that was really nice. I would still like something a little more structured just for the days where I don't want it to be like stream of consciousness writing, because I don't tend to do that. Though it felt really nice when I did it on Monday. I don't know. So I would still like to create a structured type of thing that includes like moments of gratitude and reflections and all that jazz. So that's still a work in progress. Y'all, I finally did it. I finally finished that damn book. Good God, that took me way too long. No excuses here. It just took me so long. But I did finish it. I don't have it with me right now, but it was The Celebrants by insert someone's name here. I don't remember the author's name. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Sad. I like happy sad, I guess. Kind of like existential crisis happy sad. Can that be happy? I don't know. I finished the book on Monday when I was having like my own existential crisis, so maybe the timing wasn't great. But I think the next book I'm gonna read is... I bought this one a while ago, maybe In Another Life, another one by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't know, I purchased it for a reason. It must have sounded nice. At the age of 29, Hannah Martin still has no idea what she wants to do with her life. That is why I purchased this book. If you didn't know, I'm 29. She has lived in 6 different cities and has held countless meaningless jobs since college. But on the heels of a disastrous breakup, she has finally returned to her hometown of Los Angeles. To celebrate her first night back, her best friend, Gabby, takes Hannah out to a bar where she bumps into her high school boyfriend, Ethan. Oh no. Tea. It's just past midnight when Gabby asks Hannah if she's ready to go. Ethan quickly offers to give her a ride later if she wants to stay. Hannah hesitates. What happens if she leaves with Gabby? What happens if she leaves with Ethan? In concurrent storylines, Hannah lives out the effects of each decision, Quickly, these parallel universes develop into surprisingly different stories with far-reaching consequences for Hannah and the people around her, raising questions including, is anything meant to be? Isn't that the question? How much in our lives is determined by chance? And perhaps most compellingly, is there such a thing as a soulmate? Hannah believes there is, and in both worlds, she believes she's found him. Fun! Okay. Yeah, I'm here for that. That sounds exciting. Okay, start Christmas shopping. I have done that. I created a Notion page for gift planning. I'm not gonna show it to y'all. I don't think my family really watches my videos, which is fine with me, honestly. But just in case, I'm not gonna bring it up. But just know, I think I use like the board setup and have names for each person and the gifts under it, and I like linked things. That's basically it. Etsy. Last month in November, end of October, I was so excited to get back into Etsy, especially just with the holidays coming around, the new year. It just made sense for me to get back into both of my Etsy shops, and I can confidently tell you that I did not get back into either one. And truthfully, the intent was there, and I thought about it because I thought like, oh, I have a week off of work. This will be perfect. Like, I'll have all the time in the world to just even do like minor things with these shops. And I just don't think I anticipated how busy I was gonna be during my break. Like, I went back home, I was between, seeing different family members. Yeah, it just didn't happen. So that is a little bit disappointing, but again, the intention is still there and the intention will continue to be there. But okay, let's go ahead. We can set some new goals. We'll do our little snowman again. I think just for the sake of trying, one spin class per week. We'll keep that. I'll add in the weeks later because I just don't got time for that right now. I think honestly, if I lived closer, if I did not have to take the train to get to my cycling classes, like that would just make such a big difference, but unfortunately that's what I gotta do. I think related to what I was saying earlier about like incorporating other methods of movement, I should be a little more intentional with that and maybe put some of that here. I'm just trying to think of what I want that to look like because I don't think I want to be like, go for a run once per week or do this, whatever. Maybe just like do a different workout at least 4 times. And that could be, there's 4 weeks. That could be on a weekly basis. That could be all in 1 week. I doubt it. And this includes like if I wanted to go for a run, if I wanted to go for an intentional walk. I'm walking all the time in the city, but going for an intentional walk. I love to go like walk around a park. If I wanted to get back into my just like at-home weight workouts, which I have had no motivation to do. I want to, but the motivation is not there. So just something. I think that's a good thing to aim for. We'll bring over figuring out the journal situation again. I think related to that, just because now that I have journaled once, I think I can more confidently put a goal to this. So we'll say, similar to the working out one, I'll say journal at least 4 times this month. Doesn't matter what days, doesn't have to be once a week, that's too much pressure. We'll say journal at least 4 times. Cool, love that. In terms of reading, will I finish this book? I feel like it's unrealistic for me to say yes, just because historically I've not finished a book within a month period in a very long time. But thinking about the fact that there's a lot of breaks in December and I won't be working, though I will be traveling more because I'm going back to Delaware, obviously. We're just gonna do it. Read 1 book. What else? I'll copy over the Etsy stuff. I mean, listen, we're out here trying our best, okay? Obviously, I need to finish Christmas shopping. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I did a lot of damage the week that I wasn't working last week, which maybe that's why I didn't have time to do anything else because I was just online shopping the whole time. But that's not a bad thing because I need to buy gifts for the people that I love. This is already on my weekend to-do list, but I need to decorate my apartment. I'm like in between Christmas and Halloween right now. Like I got rid of most of my Halloween decorations except for a couple. I literally just threw them all up in the loft, so it's a hot mess up there. But then I also like took down some of the Christmas stuff. The apartment it's a time in here right now. So I'm gonna do that either tomorrow or Sunday, so that will be exciting. I do have a lot of other goals for the winter, and again, if you want to hear more about those, you can go watch my winter New York City 2023 bucket list that I posted last week, because there's all the fun things in there, like going to Bryant Park, looking at the Rockefeller Christmas tree, maybe going ice skating. I love to stay in a cabin somewhere upstate. I think I had a snow day bar crawl on there. Silly things like that are all things that I want to do, not necessarily in December, but just like in the winter season for the next couple of months. So I'm honestly not sure how much more I'm gonna add to here, just because I got a long to-do list of other fun activities on another list. Maybe I could add like make Christmas cookies. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. Like I want to do the whole like sugar cookie decorating. I got a piping kit not too long ago and I haven't really used it. Oh my gosh, should I make a gingerbread house from scratch? No. Yes. Y'all let me know if you want to see me make a gingerbread house from scratch, because good God, that would be a hot mess. Alright, I think this will be good for now. As always, I might add things as I think of them. So, like before, go ahead, move November goals to the archive. And alright, in terms of goal setting and planning, I think we'll call it there. My long-term goals really haven't changed. I think it'll be really nice to have that reset for 2024 when I do that sheet, which will look a little differently. So we'll get into all of that later. Otherwise, as a winter girly who loves the cold weather and snow, I am so looking forward to December and just like doing all the winter activities that bring me joy. And I'm really hoping I'll be able to get out and explore the city a little bit more. That's always like a background goal that I have. And honestly, just doing more of what I love and the things that bring me joy and happiness, because like a lot of folks can probably relate, I'm constantly ruminating and thinking about all the things that stress me out, which just causes me more stress, and it's a whole cycle. And I think now that it is the time of the year that I think I love the most, I mean, obviously fall is fantastic too. I think this will be a really great time for me to not just have distractions, because I'm probably gonna be doing so much, but you know, a good type of distraction that also grounds me a little bit, so I'm a little more mindful of my emotions and how I really do play a role in that. You know, some things are uncontrollable and that's totally valid, and even when I do ruminate, those feelings are valid, but just a reminder to myself that I can like take that power back. And here I am getting into the health coach mindset again, but look, I talk to other people all day, every day about things like this, and I tend to not use that advice myself, so this is me doing that. You're witnessing me coaching myself and trying to show myself some grace. So with that, I'll just say that November was overall enjoyable. You know, there were some lows, there are also some highs. I've been able to go home, see my family, see my nephew, who, gosh, if I could just see him every single day, I know I would probably be a much happier person. He's a little over a year, so I look forward to seeing him again. It's so interesting, like in the days leading up to me going back home to Delaware, I like can't wait to get out of the city. Like it's to the point sometimes where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore, like maybe city life isn't for me. But then I get to Delaware. It's really great for those moments. But then by the end of my trip, I'm just like, God, I can't wait to get back to the city. Delaware is not for me. So that's another cycle that I'm also constantly going through. But I think that is all for today. I look forward to seeing you all in January for our start of the year in January plan with me. If you made it this far, please let me know down below what your goals are for December, what fun winter activities you're doing, you know, what the vibe is for your month. And of course, I will be seeing you before the January plan with me. We have some fun videos lined up, so I'll definitely be doing some more baking. I don't know if it will be a gingerbread house, but there is baking on the horizon, as well as, you know, maybe some vlogs and productive day in my lives and things like that. So stay tuned. Hope you all have a lovely December, and I will see you next time.